How's it going, everybody? Combo here. Today we got 5 quick tips with the gateway here in Season 4 of TheFinals. I'll admit, yeah, I'm a bit late to making this guide, but genuinely I haven't seen many guides on the gateway in the format such as quick tips or things that you can immediately apply in-game, mostly because, you know, the gateway is pretty complex, right? And there's a million things you can do, but not a whole lot of information available, which I think is odd. Hopefully today I can bridge that gap. I'm making this video because I had some people in my comment section last video that were interested in seeing it, so here we are. So without any further ado, let's get right into it and show you how to take full advantage of the gateway. Starting things out at number 1, we have the cash box stall. This is very good at preventing overtime, for example. Let's say you're in a ranked tournament, you don't want people to grab the cash box and take it into overtime, you can do this. Additionally, let's say you're running with a cash box to a station, somebody shoots you, you don't want them to steal your box, but you still want to fight back. You can use this to run away, get your health back, and they won't be able to grab the box. So I'll show you what this looks like. First step, you're going to take one part of the gateway and throw at your feet. The next one, you're going to look upwards and throw the other part of the gateway straight up into the air like so. You are then going to grab the cash box, walk up to the gateway, and simply drop it. And as you'll see right here, this is going to perpetually go up and down indefinitely. It makes a pretty funny noise and looks really goofy, but as you can see, people have no way to grab this cash box. If I go up here and try to grab it, right, even if I'm spamming the grab button, it's not going to happen. And when it ends, as you can see, it's going to send the cash box flying. This is very good at stalling and preventing people from grabbing it, so if you find yourself in a pinch, know this is an option that you have. Next up at number 2, we have the grenade drop. This is very good at dealing damage in an area and also making things such as the frag grenade more consistent. I will say this also works with other thrown grenades such as pyro nades, gas nades, as well as explosive canisters. So I'll show you how this works. If I'm looking at a target right here, right, I know they're camping out. We'll say he's near a cash out station. They're hunkered down in goo. I can't really get to them. If I go through a doorway, I get lit up by like 8 turrets and things of that nature. I want to make my lethals more useful and more effective. So all I'm going to do is take my gateway and throw it above them. This next part is very important, so please pay attention. You are then going to run to an area and drop the other gateway right at your feet. This is the important part. When I take my frag grenade, I don't just want to chug it through here, because as you'll see, you know, it goes nowhere near them. I'm gonna go inside of it, look down, jump, and as you'll see, it drops it right on top of them, doing quite a bit of damage in the process. As I said, this does work with every type of lethal, so if you want to prevent people from hunkering down in an area, assuming they don't have an APS turret, this is a method you can use to flush them out, or maybe just do a ton of damage with a frag grenade. Next up at number 3, we have the portal peak. Now this might seem simple, but there is a bit of nuance that I want to go over to ensure you're using this in the right way and not setting yourself up for failure. So essentially what we're going to do is put down the gateway in a place that allows us to engage and disengage the enemy at our own pace, essentially allowing us to set the pace of the gunfight. So what I see a lot of people do, right, let's say they want to engage this target right here, they'll throw down their gateway, they'll run away, and then they'll throw their other gateway in a building, right, somewhere safe. So they'll be shooting the target, right, the gateway's right in front of them, they'll go in here if they take damage, right, and then they'll go back through the gateway and engage. The issue with this, right, firstly, when I go through this portal, let's say I take that damage and I go to my save space, as soon as I come back, I have no line of sight of that target. Yes, I am safer in that building, but at the same time, when I come back through, that enemy could have put a mine, he could have left, his teammate could be there. There's so many things you don't know. So if you're gonna use the gateway as a way to go back and forth and engage the target, you need to make sure it's in a place that you don't lose sight of that target, so you still have awareness when you teleport. Because if you're guessing, once again, you know, as I said, you're kind of just hoping you get lucky. The other thing is the order you place down the gateway. I always like to put my first gateway in a place that is the safe one, right? So I like to place it here, and then I like to place my second gateway where I'm gonna engage that enemy. That way I don't drop one right in front of them and they know what I'm doing. So let's say this is my area where I still have line of sight and it's safe. So I'm gonna drop this gateway. I'm then gonna take my other gateway and throw it over here. What that allows me to do, as I said, is go through here, engage that target, and when I go back, I still have line of sight. I can engage him from this way, I can teleport back, right? It allows me to keep engaging at different angles. So he's right in front of me again, I'm engaging him, then I come over here, get closer, come back. I don't know why maybe use the console right there, but you get the point. You still want to have line of sight if you're doing this correctly. Yes, the building is going to save you, but what's stopping you from taking a ton of damage is you can teleport whenever you want, and your opponent has no clue when you're going to do it. So I know that was a mouthful. Keep that in mind, give it some practice, and if you do this, this right here, this tip right here, if you take nothing, is going to win you fights. Because if you practice it, it really has no counterplay. Next up at number 4, we have the quick escape. Now this is where I look like a hypocrite. I understand, I will totally admit that. But what this is different from tip number 3 is this is about disengaging a fight and always having it out, whereas tip number 3 is about fighting a target and using the gateway as a means of turning the tide in your favor. So what we're gonna do with the quick escape, right, is we're gonna find the safest space we can find and we're gonna leave the other end of our gateway. If you did not know this, you don't have to have the gateway out for the first part to be active. So let's say, for example, right, I'm running over here, I'm shooting this target, I'm trapped, I'm running away, and I want a way out. I can just pull this gateway out, put it somewhere like this, go through it, and now I'm in my safe space. The issue with this, of course, right, if you're getting chased by somebody who's right in your face, maybe don't do this because they're just gonna follow you through. But the difference with this one, as I said with number 3, is it always allows you to have an out. So please give this a try. Once again, if you're trying to get out of a sticky situation, maybe just grab your teammates' revive. This is another great way to do that. So as I said, you know, leave it somewhere safe, run around. Another thing I should note, right? The radius that you can run away from that first portal, or gateway I should say, is 70 meters. So as you can see, as soon as I go past 70 meters, it goes away and I get the other one back. So if you're gonna do this and put it in that safe space, make sure it's somewhere close and you have planned your route beforehand, because if you go too far and then you try to throw your other one down and teleport, you're gonna find out real quick that it's not gonna work and you might find yourself in an unfavorable situation. And finally, at number 5, we have the baitway. I know the name is kind of stupid, but you'll see why, right? It's kind of clever, or at least I think so. Regardless of the fact, this is preying on that curiosity that killed the cat, right? We are going to throw a gateway purposely in a place that is unguarded, right next to the enemy, and hope that they take it. And you would be surprised, 9 times out of 10, if you just throw a gateway in front of somebody, they're gonna take it because for some reason they're curious. So let's say this target right here is on an objective, right? I'm gonna throw my gateway in here, right? Then I'm gonna come over here and place my other gateway. And on the other side, I'm gonna take something, if I have teammates like a medium, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna place breach charges. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait. Because 9 times out of 10, as I said, people are curious. And as soon as he comes through that gateway, it's literally like a free kill. I mean, I don't know why people have done this. I've actually gotten like double and triple kills just doing this. I know it sounds silly, but I promise you, try this in game and you will be surprised. And also, what this does is if you're using the gateway all game, people are gonna be scared to take your gateways, right? Because they're gonna go through your gateway one time and get nuked, and they're never gonna wanna go through them again, and they're not gonna chase you. So this is also a mental game on top of, you know, a way to possibly wipe a whole team by just pressing 3 buttons. So please keep it in mind. It's funny, it's effective, and it gets in your opponent's head. Anyways, everyone, I do hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, let me know in the comments section down below. The gateway is super fun. I highly recommend you give it a try. It's a perfect mix of, as I said, fun and effective. It also has a very high skill ceiling, which I myself have not even come close to reaching. So please let me know if I missed anything, because I'm sure there is a gateway whiz in the comments that is shaking his head right now because he thought this video was stupid and obvious. So please, inform me of what I missed. Anyways, guys, this has been Combo. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you for the support as always. Peace out, everybody. Later.